Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy back with another one. Guys, in today's video, we want to talk about something controversial. We want to talk about something that most people don't like to talk about, most things that people want to avoid, and stuff that people just do not really want to concern themselves with. And that's the issue of race. Now, you see, it's a touchy subject, it's a touchy issue because people always want to be on the right side. Nobody wants to be the antagonist, right? But today, we're going to push that to the limit and see how far we can take it, right? That's what we're going to do. So, let me know what you think about this topic in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know we family, right? Holla. People, race is a touchy subject, like I said in the intro, right? Nobody wants to touch about it. Nobody wants to talk about it because it's a real sensitive issue, right? And with good reason. And with good reason. Now, why am I saying with good reason? Let's go back into time. If you look back into time, the Jews have always been targets of prejudice simply based on their wealth, their positions, and their standings in society. Because Jews were always regarded as the wealthiest people in any nation, all right? And that goes without saying because Jews have a certain way that they live their lives, and I I hate to say it, but you will never find a Jew doing a bottom of the barrel type of a job. So you won't find Jews being cleaners, lawn, like what they call it, landscapers and uh, people that paint the roads, people that do hard physical labor, unless it's an old Jewish society, then it's only obvious. And the Jews got to do it. But other than that, dude, I can't think of any country outside of maybe Israel, maybe, that the Jewish population is doing bottom of the barrel work. It just doesn't happen. Right. That just comes down to it. Now, some argue that being Jew is a religion and not a race, which I believe. Because if you look at the diversity of the Jewish people in Israel, where obviously the largest number of concentration of Jews is supposed to be, you will see that they're not all the same race, right? So that's why I say Jewish people is not a race, but a culture. But in this context, we're going to use it as a race because people always attach the Jewish people to race. Like they always just claim them to be whites. So Jewish people will obviously just be white, even though we all know there's black Jews. But in this context, the richest Jews always seem to be the white ones. I don't know. I haven't even on the rich Jewish list. I've never seen the black Jews being on any list. I'm not saying that they're not rich, but I haven't seen. I don't know if you guys know of any rich black Jews. Please let me know in the comment section. So now we focus on race, like I said, right? So back in time, Jews have always been the target of prejudice because of their wealth and their knowledge and their skills and their proximity to wealth, right? And to riches. Okay? Then we get the black people. Black people, we've always been at the bottom of the barrel. It doesn't matter where we are in the world. It doesn't matter which country we are in the world. Dude, we can be like the only one. I'm talking about like one. Like just we'll be just like one black person in a country. And I promise you, we'll be at the bottom, right? And then we'll probably work our way up if we have to. And then we'll probably be like second, third, fourth, first from the bottom. But in general, what I'm basically trying to say is black people, we are always at the bottom. It doesn't matter. Even in America, the most poorest people I can think of is probably the black people. You know what I mean? Per race. I'm not talking like individually. I'm talking like if you take it as a collective, black people are the poorest, right? We're not going to count we're not going to count the native Indians because they have a totally, I mean, they are the native Indians, they are the richest by default. It's their land. So, but obviously economic. So we have to exclude them because, they're not really, they just meant to disappear from society, right? So the black people are the poorest in America. That's a fact. Black people are the black people are the poorest in Europe. That's a fact. Black people are possibly the poorest in Asia. Possibly. That could be a fact. Or among the poorest, because in Asia, like the Indians, because of population, Chinese, there's just so many of them. So the government can't take up all of them, right? So obviously, there, because of sheer numbers, the Asians will take up that position. But more often than not, yeah, the Africans also make up the bottom, In the Middle East, the Africans, obviously, they're at the bottom. I mean, they're migrant workers, they all at the bottom. In Africa, undoubtedly, Africans, we're at the bottom. No doubt. Okay, so what causes Africans to be always at the bottom of the pile and not at the top? It's because we do not like education. It's because we prefer manual labor. It's because we get denied opportunities. Is it because we do not create our own opportunities? Is it because we just don't want to be associated with wealth? Is it like because we just prefer to pretend or to act like we are wealthy other than to be really wealthy? Is it because it takes hard work to become wealthy and it takes even harder work to maintain that wealth? Or is it just because we like things easy? You see, if you look at Chinese TikTok and you compare Chinese TikTok to, let's just say, African TikTok, you'll find that Chinese TikTok is more about commerce and industry. And I'm talking about children here, you know what I mean? Like young kids. They're doing practical things, they're learning skills, they're developing skills, they're doing something educational related. But when you look at African TikTok, it's always, it's always, you know what I'm saying? It's always, you know what I mean? True to form. We win Grammys for that stuff. We win internationally recognized awards for that stuff. We don't play games when it comes to music, dancing, and partying. We are top of the list in there. Same goes in America. The Black Americans, the top of the charts when it comes to entertainment and sport, maybe acting. You know what I mean? But here's the question: we still don't take all that we're good at, monetize it, create industries around it where we control the narrative and then create generational wealth. No, we don't. Again, P. Diddy is rich, he's a billionaire. Jay-Z is rich, he's a billionaire. Kanye is rich, he's a billionaire. Rihanna is rich, she's a billionaire. Where's the black collective wealth? You know? So I always look at it like this. We always talk about black excellence. Does it exist? The answer is no. Have you ever heard of white excellence? No. Have you heard of Indian excellence? No. Have you heard of Chinese excellence? No. Have you heard of Latina excellence? No. So why is there something called black excellence? And yet in reality, black excellence does not exist. Now, let me give you an example of what is white excellence. Although there's no term for it, but I'll give you an example. White excellence is Facebook, YouTube, Google, and Tesla. Those are forms of white excellence. We get companies like BlackRock, and we get companies like there's another one. There's two of them, BlackRock, and there's another one. I'll think of the name of that other one. These investment firms that own like billions, like they control trillions of shares and companies with trillions of rands, right? There's two companies that come to mind. I know BlackRock is one of them. BlackRock is the main one. Those are examples of white excellence, but we don't talk about it. There are there is zero, no company, no black companies that are on the level of these companies I've just mentioned, right? At one point, I need to recheck this because I know at one point Robert Smith was the richest black American, right? I don't know if he still is. I think he was dethroned last year or the year before, if I'm not mistaken. I need to check who that person was. But anyway, let's just go to Robert Smith because he's a wealthy, he's a billionaire American, right? So we have Robert Smith, we have Michael Jordan, Michael Smith, Michael Jordan, Oprah Winfrey, Kanye West, Jay-Z, P. Diddy, maybe LeBron James, Tiger Woods fell, maybe Tiger Woods now again. You know, we have like about what? America got about what? Like 10, let's just say about 10, 12. Let's just, okay, just for good measure, let's just say America got 20 black billionaires. 20 black billionaires. Okay, not bad. How much money does the richest of those billionaires have? Compare that to the richest white man. Now, are we going to say, now with the advent of the internet, okay, are we going to say a restriction to economic benefits? Is it restriction to opportunities? What can we say to justify our lower end of the billionaire list for our richest black people? You know what I mean? Because the richest black man alive, if I'm not mistaken, is still Nigeria's Aliko Dangote, right? And he's got $11 billion to his name, which is an astronomical amount of money, which is an enormous, which is a lot of money by the stretch of the imagination. That's generational wealth money. If we compare him to the richest white man in the world, he's the richest black man's earnings pale in comparison to the white man. So in 2024, can we still use racism? Can we still use nepotism? Can we still use politics? Can we still use I have to say prejudice, right? Against black people for not creating multinational companies like BlackRock, for not creating billions of generational wealth like Elon Musk and Warren Buffett. Is it not shocking that Africa has so much potential? Africa has so many universities that produces so many of these graduates. And yet when it comes to those fields in which these graduates study, not many actually have proceeded to create collective generational wealth for the black nation, for the black race. Now, why am I saying it in that way? Okay. Have you ever seen when white people own businesses and then when they hire white people, they get given preferential treatment? Right? It's fact, right? It's fact. And then we as people of color, we complain, oh, that's a white person. She came after me or he came after me, and we don't do it. It's a white company. This is a white person. They're hiring a white person. They're looking after their own. And that's why it is called white excellence. Now, let's take black companies. Do you know of any black company that only hires black people because they really? Yes, we do. How big are these companies? They're sizable, right? But they're not conglomerates. Understand what I'm saying? So it's not the same. So what is stopping us? P. Diddy individually, Joe is an industry on his own. Jay-Z individually is an industry on his own. Did these two ever think of coming together, creating their wealth, putting their wealth together, and then, hey, let's create a massive global company that's going to hire all Africans around the world? Nope. You think Denzel Washington's wealth, compare that to Will Smith's wealth, mash it together, they can create with Tyler Perry a massive black studio that has all the black actors that are being rejected in Hollywood? Yeah? No? No? Yeah? Okay. Do you think that the Grammy Awards is a white-owned award show? Do you not think that the Emmys is a white-owned award? How about we come up with all the black entertainers who's got millions that are flashing chains, flashing cars, flashing wheels? We take all that flashy money. We create an awards show aimed at black folk so that we don't feel left out at the Grammys. For example, do you know that at the Grammys, they have a special category, which is basically a token category called the African Music, the Best of African Music Award, or something like that. Best African Act, Best African Performance, or Best African. That alone, dude, that section alone, that portion of that category or that category alone is not even part of the main show. It's always shot a day before. A day before. And it's shot sometimes not even on camera also. And you just find the person is carrying the award and it's done. There's no glitz, no blame that comes with it. It's a token show. Why do we still need to keep putting up with this? So let's take Whiskey, Burna Boy, Davido, Tiwa Savage, Tyler, Wu, all these African artists come together, create an African award show, create an African company, create an African record label. They can push. No, we don't. Why? We so use of black excellence. What is black excellence? What is black excellence from a black point of view? You as an individual doing good, that is black excellence. As a race, where's black excellence? Where? White people? Sure, white excellence is all over. Indian excellence? It's all damn all over. Chinese excellence? Well, you don't even ask. You know what I'm saying? But you don't hear them talking about Chinese excellence, Indian excellence, white excellence. So the race that has the least amount of excellence, or not even an inch of excellence, is the one claiming and coining a term black excellence. Where is the excellence? Oprah is excellent. What has Oprah done for Africa? Jay-Z is excellent. What has he done for the Caribbean? P. Diddy is excellent. What has he done for Africa? Need I say more? Guys, let me know what you think about this topic in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and surprise everyone in the comment section. You know we're family, right? Allah. So, the pros of black excellence. Number one, it pushes individual ideas, individual outcomes. It pushes the individual agenda. So, because black people, we are not a unit by design, by pure nature. We do not move as one. We are not united as we claim to be. You know what I'm saying? Because it's evident in everyday life. Do you see what I mean? Because I don't know if you've noticed that other race groups, they really help each other out. Like, they really help each other out when they desperately need help. Really, they do. You know what I mean? I'm not saying like in countries where those race groups are like huge numbers in population that they don't help each other. They do. You'll get white people that are poor in Russia. You get maybe get white poor in Bulgaria. Get white poor people in. You know what I'm saying? Even in America, you get white people that are poor. I'm not saying that they don't do that, right? But given an opportunity, a poor white person would rather stay white and poor than to be black and well off, because he knows that even in his poverty, he's better off than a black guy in the same position, because he will get help from his people. Do you know what I'm saying? So for me, it comes down to that unity thing. So the pro of black excellence is the promotion of individual talent. That is the only black excellent thing that I can see. That's the only thing it does. We look at each person. Oh, this is black. Oh, look at black excellence over there. Oh, that is black excellence. Oh, that is. Other race groups don't do it on the individual. You never find white people praising. Oh, look at what Mark Zuckerberg is doing. Oh no, they'll be like, oh, Mark did that. Mark, how did you get that? This is what I did. Oh, guess what? Now you got 10 other Mark Zuckerbergs with 10 other different type of apps. Us? No. So and so got an app. How did you get it? Ah, well, you know how I did, man. You know, I struggled. You know, I did. No sharing of information. No sharing of ideas. You know what? Because we are on that individual mindset. That needs to change. That needs to change. So, if you want to be rich, go fast, go alone. If you want to be wealthy, creating generational wealth for everyone, need a team. You need to go together. We need to learn that. Holla. That's the only part I can think of. Individualistic. Right? Next, you get into the cons. You know how we do. You know we're family, right? You know what to do, right? Holla. Now let's get into the cons of black excellence. Number one, black excellence is the fastest way to destroy a society because everyone is out to outdo the other, right? For some strange reason, black people, we just cannot get along for too long. Too much money, too much power, and too much melanin is just a concoction of disaster. Guys, name me, name me, name me one organization, a black run organization that you can think of, where the partners started off with good intentions and loved to tell the tale for over 60 years, still being partners, still growing. Name me one. It can be even a professional organization. It can even be an illegal, underground, unlaw abiding organization, good or bad. Name me one that has more than 40, 50 years of the same partners without changing, without. Guys, Warren Buffett and his partner have been in business for over what? I think 50 years together. That, that, that is that is unprecedented, guys. That I mean, as black people, we can't even live in the same house. Imagine you, your wife, your brother, and his wife, all in one house. Can't happen. Can't happen. Guys, let me give you an example. I don't know if it was a publicity stunt. I don't know if it was a real thing, but I would argue that Africa's biggest music duo ever to come out of Africa that I can think of is undoubtedly Nigeria's P Square. Now, these are twins, Peter and Paul Okoye. Twins, guys. I'm talking about twins. Now, I do understand sibling rivalry. I do understand this whole notion of, yeah, you fight, you argue, blah, blah, blah. Oh, dude, I'm sure even Warren Buffett and his business partner, they also fight, they also go there. Totally get it. But if you can't get along with your own twin brother to the very end, to that thing of ride or die, ride until the wheels fall off, you can't even ride or die with your own twin brother. Who you gonna ride with till the music falls off? Oh, how? So I may be wrong on this whole topic, guys. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But for me, I don't see black excellence working as a collective. I don't see it. I see it on the individual thing. That's why people say, oh, look at that family. That is black excellence. That one is a doctor. That's a lawyer. That's a what. That's that family there. You know what I'm saying? Now, how about that family? Go to another family and say, guys, this is what we did. How can we help it? Then that family goes to another family. Then all of a sudden, wham, we have a whole community of Black excellence. Can't happen. Jealousy, envy, gossiping, what else? Witchcraft, poisoning, rumors, what else? Bickering, fighting, alcohol, alcohol. Oh my goodness. Let's don't even start on alcohol. That's a whole topic on for another day. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, with us black people, I don't know what's going on. And by black people, I mean colors as well. You know what I mean? Colors. They always put us in one group, man, because we're not far from each other, really. You know what I mean? It's just one and the same, actually. So yeah, let me know what you think about this topic about black excellence, guys. Does black excellence exist? Do you think it's a myth, or do you think it's an individual thing more than a collective thing? Because trust you me when I tell you this, guys. It's amazing that as a continent, this is living proof, guys. As a continent, Europe is doing well as a continent. The European Union, they look after each other. They defend each other. They look at, oh my goodness. Africa? Damn. 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 I don't want to talk about other continents, bro. I don't live on that continent. So, you know what I mean? I just want to just model mine on which I would assume to be the best run continent. You know what I'm saying? Guys, it's just freaking, it's freaking annoying. Just seeing other race groups get along, push along, pivot along, and they just all on top. You know what I mean? And yeah, we outnumber them 10 to 1, 15 to 1. I don't know how many we outnumber them, and we just can't get along. It's just shocking. It's just shocking. So yeah, let me know what you think about this topic in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know we family, right? Holla.